But yeah. I had a lot of those cards. I had a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Most of them were fake because we bought them from the Chinese shop down the road. And like, you know, they just like they imported stuff in bulk from China. So
Right.
I'm gonna wager that those weren't real. Well, I'm gonna wager that those weren't real because of that, and because all of them were shiny and were shiny in a weird way. So
Wow, I just opened a pack of cards and all of them were shiny.
you know, it
What a
wasn't that
lucky
way.
day.
Like it seems like they got worse or something, the freaking bootleggers, because they do that now. But at least the ones that are at my neck of the woods were smart enough to make it so only like 2 or 3 cards were shiny every couple of packs, so you wouldn't catch on. Like, good on them. Like, on that point, I respect the hustle.
Yeah, absolutely.
I also had a lot of freaking Chinese Bionicle.
Oh, remember Bionicle?
Yeah, I used to.
Yeah.
That was those were my freaking action figures because most action figures were really small and very expensive.
I believe it.
So instead of getting them, my mom would buy me Bionicle because Bionicle were mid-size and very expensive. So you know.
Right.
I also have all of the movies, I think, on DVD.
Oh man, I'm so jealous.
There's just so much Bionicle lore. That actually is though. That's not a joke.
There is. I'm aware. And aren't they rebooting that series
No,
now?
they tried to reboot it in 2016, but it used Hero Factory parts, and everyone who was who was nostalgic for the original series, like I was like, oh, Hero Factory. I guess I won't buy that.
Ah.
Because the Hero Factory parts were a lot more sturdy and all that, but they weren't as creative.
Right.
So everyone wanted a return to the old ways or the old pieces, or like, you know, people either wanted a return to the old pieces or redesign once again, where they could incorporate both the sturdiness and the customizability that the old pieces allowed that Hero Factory didn't. But Lego was like, nah, here's just Hero Factory freaking season 5, but we just named it something else.
Ah.
I also had a couple of Hero Factory freaking buildables or whatever the hell. I just call them Bionicles because who gives a fuck? It's the same thing. But yeah. And that is very funny though, how something that I guess has stuck around a bit. I don't actually know how much exactly. That's the story that back in my youth is how in every single series, every single freaking toy line, whatever you name it, I would always like the villains better.
Of course.
I was like, I had like one, like anyway, I had Tahu out of the like heroic Bionicles. I had most other freaking villains. Like I remember I have this. I wish I still had it in full, but I had this very rare. Like it was a Piraka with that is now a collectible because it's so rare. With this gigantic freaking. Well, I think at least I think it's correct. But whatever, who gives a fuck? Anyway, so yeah. Like I had that thing, and it was this guy with this big monster. It was very cool. It also cost a lot of money and came in a very large box.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was the most expensive Bionicle I've ever got. But you could tell, like it was very detailed. All right, I guess we'll leave them because I don't know where I need to go for the optional content, and the freaking the little rafts refuse to work with me. So hey,
They didn't give us much of an option here. So now we have to leave the optional content.
I mean, we need one. I just step up, freaking you tried. You wouldn't escape.
Yeah. 1 out of 4 is not bad. I will call that a victory any day.
All right, blocked freaking screen, so we need to talk about
Locked
24/7
friggin'
once again.
screens. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Back to
yeah.
I was
Go
about to say Bakugan. Back to Bionicle. I'm actually surprised that. Yeah, remember that series?
Yeah,
Oh
I also
man.
I still have some Bakugan lying around, dude.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That was something I don't know when that took place, but it feels like it kind of went in and out of existence too fast for me to catch up with. 'Cause
Oh,
that was
it exists again now. There's actual like 30s. But
There
there were before Corona, but yes.
Oh yeah.
There was
Oh,
a
Corona.
there was a new line and there were official 30s being held.
That's wild.
Yeah. Similarly with Beyblade.
I don't know what Beyblade is, to be quite honest. That is something
It's a
that
spinning top.
has completely gone to the wayside. The what now?
It's a spinning top. It's an edgy spinning top.
All right, so I knew that much, but what else does it do? I'm not sure where else to go from there.
That's about it. I mean, there's different parts that you can put into your Beyblade. Like it's a thing where you can customize your own thing, and then you can like spinning top it against other people's spinning tops. I guess I don't know. Like
I see.
they tried to make it a competitive thing in the show, but all we really ever got out of that whole ordeal is just how Moses parted the Red Sea with a Beyblade.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that's wild. I didn't know Beyblade had been around for so long.
Yeah, I mean, spinning tops have been around for long enough, so. But anyway, the one like toy show that I liked a lot and that I don't really see a lot of people talking about. And well, okay, it's not the show. I don't remember if I liked the show, but I liked the actual product, which were beat 'em on.
I actually don't think I've heard of that.
So beat 'em on, or like extreme marbles.
Ah.
And you make your own marble shooter, which are always Gundams. They're handheld Gundams, and you shoot the marbles at each other.
At each other. No mercy.
More or less. I mean, there's this whole there was this battle arena where you put the two Gundams, and you both held your Gundams in the arena and shot, because like, it worked a bit like going back to Bionicle, it worked like one of their freaking like one of those turning guns that they had in the Piraka. I think it was the 2004 or so line where it was the one with freaking the underground team, and I remember a lot of chain link fans in the advertisement.
Yeah.
Which probably says nothing to you, but you know, someone out there knows what I'm talking about. Anyway, so yeah, so it was like this spinning mechanism from what I remember, where you had to pull like a lever and it shot out the freaking the beat 'em on, or the freaking the balls, the marbles, and it genuinely was just normal marbles. And the thing that they sold it to you as a toy was the launcher and the freaking the battle arena, and it was a thing where you could build your own Gundams.
I like it. I think the marbles should be extreme too, though. They need to add spikes to them.
I mean, the marbles were extreme in the show because they caught on fire and shit like that.
Oh man.
You're just gonna have a hard time replicating that in freaking real life.
How do we make flammable marbles and market it as a kid's toy? It's gonna be the tough one.
But yeah, I remember liking it a lot. And funnily enough, the protagonist is of that show is pretty much a furry. Like, the protagonist of that show is a kid pretending to be a cat, and I really related to him for some reason, which I guess now we know why, but you know.
You know why?
But yeah, that series also had a couple of games on the Game Boy, which existed. They were okay.
I was here. I used the air purification vents to escape.
I actually never owned a Game Boy.
Used them to get
Neither
to
did
the
I.
factory. Good thinking, Clank. Look, over there.
Sure.
I don't think anyone
Anyway.
in my family did. No, Volcano. She had one.
Ah,
He had one.
which version?
So yeah, that's. I want to say it was one of the flip type ones.
So
But
Game
I'm
Boy
not
Advance SP.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Rangers, I am inside.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that was the freaking the flip one. That's like the DS.
Yeah.
Because there was also
I
the
think
micro
you're
released
right.
after, but the micro is it's like a very small Game Gear.
Yeah. It wasn't the really small one, and it wasn't the like little block type one that didn't flip open. It was. I'm pretty sure you're right. It was.
Now,
Pretty sure it was
block
the
type one?
advanced XP, whatever.
Which block type one? Because there's three of those. There was there was the normal one, which was the original. Which I'm assuming not because Wook is the same age as me.
Right. It was.
But there was that one. There was the color, and there was the Game Boy Advance, the normal one, which was just like the normal Game Boy Advance was like a freaking PSP but purple.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about. It definitely was not one of those.
Who needs to exit when we have more bots to enslave and do our bidding? But yeah, and I actually I don't think I had a console between the NES and the freaking the PS4 or the PS2. Because we couldn't afford any, mainly. Like even my freaking my NESs, they weren't actual NESs, they were Famicom clones.
Ah.
And so yeah. That's why I played a couple of Japan exclusive Nintendo games that y'all wouldn't have like freaking. I'm actually pretty sure that my second favorite game on that system, what was it called? Well, okay, it's my second favorite game of the NES, but it's actually an SNES game. Freaking Dragon Ball Shin Butoden, I think it was. It was one of the Butoden games. But yeah, that's not only is that not on the NES actually, but it's also Japan exclusive. So,
Yeah.
or at least as far as I know, it's Japan exclusive.
Probably.
I mean, considering that the only name I know for it is Japanese, probably.
Yep.
But some of those Chinese cards were very funny because I remember I had this compilation. That's where Shinbutoden was. It was Shinbutoden Street Fighter 2, which was also an SNES game. And this Gundam, what I think it might have been SD Gundam. I forget. I never played Gundam because I always thought big robots were lame.
Yeah.
And that has not changed. Well, okay, that's kind of changed, I guess. I still don't like them, but I don't think they're lame anyway anymore. Although it didn't hurt that freaking there's this medical facility near me, and we had to go there a couple of times. Freaking a span of a small amount of time, I guess. I don't know how to say that more elegantly. But
Right.
yeah, and they installed gacha for the kids.
Ah.
And when you think of like medical facilities, what sort of gacha do you think they would put in? Like what do you think what do you think the toys they would give away would be?
That's an excellent question. Power Rangers.
No, freaking Mobile Suit Gundam. they never even aired the show over here, by the way. So I for a bit I actually collected Gundam minifigs because hey, we were going there a lot and it was only like I don't know, like $1.
Right.
So I would always try to freaking get my mom to buy one. I had I wouldn't be able to tell you the actual names. I'm actually not sure if it's Mobile Suit Gundam. I just think it is because that's the like whenever Gundam comes up, my main brain is just like Mobile Suit Gundam, go. And that's the only show I know. And there's also Gundam Seed and Gundam Wing and shit like that. Like I know of the existence of these shows. I just don't actually know what sets them apart or anything like that because I never watched them.
Right.
So anime connoisseur I am, but. I mean, I think like the thing there is like I don't claim that I know every single anime or like freaking or that I know like even most of them. I just watch a lot of anime and don't dislike the art style or the storytelling in some of them.
Right.